Shiva Sai's Perseverance Software Training Institute. Alright, so yeah, in this particular video we'll be looking into what are stateful sets in Kubernetes. So when we talk about stateful set, so we have something like deployment already, right? So deployment, so where we have pods within which anyways we have containers, and all this pods will be within replica set, and replica set will be within deployment. So this is deployment, right? So actually when we deploy a workload using deployment kind of object, so what happens is if your kind is deployment, so consider we have 3 replicas within that deployment. So we have 3 different pods deployed with the same app up and running on, and the moment if something happens to one of the pod, so replica set which is available within the deployment will create a new pod with the same workload, right? But the thing is here the names of the pods are actually ephemeral. So meaning of that is it's not a constant name given to the pods. It's alpha, it's mix of alphanumeric and dynamic values are assigned as the pod identities, right? So there will be cases like, for example, if we take about MySQL databases or any database solutions, it will have an architecture like this where we have one master of MySQL and other 2 slaves will be there. So what happens is the data is actually pushed to the master firstly, and from the master the data will be replicated to the other slave A, slave B to maintain high availability. Alright, so here what happens is in our case when we are running this database workloads, it will be inside pods. So the thing is always slave A and slave B configuration should point to a pod, right, which is master, but this pod name should be unique, right? It should not be ephemeral, meaning it should not be dynamic, it should be unique, right? So in that case deployment cannot support there. So in that context we basically go for stateful sets. Stateful set in Kubernetes is a workload API object used to manage stateful applications. Stateful sets are used to deploy and scale stateful applications that require stable network identities and persistent storage. So each pod in a stateful set has a unique and stable host name, and the pods are deployed and scaled in a predictable order. For example, the names will be like db hyphen with an index 0, and if this pod is actually destroyed or crash, something like that, the new pod which will be auto created, right, will have the same name, right? It will not be ephemeral, it will not be dynamic, it will be static. So we can simply call what are stateful sets. It gives a sticky identity to the pods to maintain this database kinds of workloads. Alright, so we can see the manifest here how it goes. So if you see, the kind will be stateful set, name of the stateful set, replicas 3. So these are matchLabels, app-db. So template, when it comes to template it is pod. So with this labels we are matching this, right? So this pod will be running with 3 replicas. So name of the containers is db, this is the image, and this is the container level port, correct? Fine, we can deploy this now. Alright, So just understand a very crucial part to observe here. Deployment will always deploy replica set within which we have pods running on, the number of replicas given in the replica set, right? So here in case of stateful set, there is no concept of replica set. So stateful set directly handles the replicas, okay? Because we have sticky identities, meaning the identities given to the pods are static, they're not, dynamic, right? Fine. So let's deploy this. Use the content inside stateful ss.yml, stateful set.yml. So here I'm deploying a web stateful set of 3 replicas. This is the labels, this is the match labels within the, this is the labels to match which are given here. So hi guys, so guys here, so ss.yml within which we have web stateful set deployment of 3 replicas. So labels here, this is matched. We have web container of Nginx image and etc. Actually stateful set are used mostly for database kind of workloads, because they need the persistent storages or the sticky identities, the static identities needed for configuring those kind of solutions, right? Yeah, I'm just showing the functionality using Nginx here. So stateful set, there is nothing available. Okay, the name is this. Yeah, so alright, the stateful set got created. If you get pods now, see, so we have 3 of 3 running on. So if you see kubectl get pods, we have 3 running on with the index 0, 1, 2. For example, if you delete kubectl, delete pod web stateful set 0. So see, this is deleted and there is new with the same, see, 2 seconds with the same name, right? So yeah, fine guys, thank you so much. And just to highlight, so here if you see, there will be no replica set. So stateful set directly manages all this workloads via pods. Alright, thank you.